as you guys can see, this is a new setup. Really excited about this setup. I'm going to be making a lot of videos that are coming up, but let's get straight into this video about the match review from Sporting Kansas City versus New York City FC. Not something I want to spend a lot of time on because it's now later in the week. I didn't get this up earlier. It's now spring break for me, so I'm going to get a lot of videos up, but this is a quick match review. I'm going to be going over summaries of just some pros and cons of what happened in the game so we can kind of refresh our brains before I get into match previews later. But hopefully the setup is working out well, and I think this looks good, but we'll see how it does when I edit it. But so let's get into this review. I'm just going to list cons, negatives, and pros, and then just sum it up, and we'll get into new videos. There'll be a lot of videos coming up soon about Chiefs and Royals and Sporting, so look forward to that. But first off, I kind of had to steal a title to the game that kind of felt like Peter Vermees was experimenting. I was stealing this from Sporting KC News that I'll link his Instagram and Twitter in the description, but it really did feel like almost, I read that, I'm like, that's spot on what happened in the match, was that it was experimentation with Lobato at left back. Didn't work out. Yes, he had that one run back that everybody will point to. The very end of the half on the worst free kick. Okay, that free kick, that could be the worst free kick of all time. But man, that was a great run by him to get back from. But he was getting burned all game in left back, from my opinion, from watching the game, and he was not good. And not a lot of people thought he was very good at left back. The Croizet signing, another negative. We experimented with him, got him in the lineup for the first game, and he was just absolute crap. I don't understand the signing. He reminds me of Brad Davis, like Justin Mapp. Maybe not as bad as Justin Mapp, but I think we just made that sign just to be safe. We signed the first free agent, but that's just me. Cohesion of the team we knew was going to be bad, but it was extremely bad in the attack, which we could assume, but it was even worse than possibly I even considered it to possibly going to be. That was just terrible cohesion. The experimentation of Lobato and Croizet, those two players just don't seem to be up to the quality of MLS level, in my opinion. And then you add in Guventeras. I mean, I need to learn how to pronounce his name. I think that's still wrong, but he was good, but he's not played in the system. Rubio's thrown up there with Johnny Russell, and there's all these new players, and two of them I don't think are good enough to play at the MLS. And it's just, the cohesion was off. It was never going to work. It felt like an experimented squad with a bunch of players that never played together in an actual competitive match, maybe in preseason, with just a bunch of randomly mixed up things, and it was just not good. And so I got to question Peter Vermees. I mean, this is maybe the time to be experimenting at the beginning of the season, maybe? But I don't know. You got to question Peter Vermees on this one. I don't think I can get too mad at him. I'll take an experimentation game, I guess, but I'm going to remember this. We got to remember this throughout the season because, that was not okay, that result. That performance was not okay from a Sporting KC side. You get dominating possession like that at home. That's not okay. But Diego Rubio, like I said, negative. Giving up 2 goals at home, we haven't seen that type of the defense got burnt quite a few times. The 2 goals, our defenders got beat to the baseline, and the cross was played in on one, and the other one, it was just a simple cross in because our the guy made I remember who scored for New York City on that second goal, but he just made a run in, and it was a cross from the left wing, and it was simple. They just got in behind their defense, and it wasn't the goals they scored. They deserved to win the game, but they were preventable goals if we win our one-on-one battles, especially. So Lamar being hit in the head, another negative. He's already had a concussion last year. He's had so many injuries. that's really concerning. So that's just another negative. Getting exposed behind the back line is just, and that when I see Croizet on the right wing play like that, it just reminds me of not protecting Latif. And I still don't understand that for the situation. If anybody wants to comment down below why the heck we didn't protect Latif Blessing. I mean, it was good for team spirit. He was a really good winger. Kind of reminds me of Raheem Sterling he's like the Raheem Sterling of the MLS, in my opinion. And the dance was really good for team for the fans. It kind of brought a sense of connection, and he seemed just like a likable guy in the locker room. It seemed like he was a good influence in the locker room. So I think that was a really big loss, along with obviously Benny. But Benny was getting older, so that was more understandable. But not to protect Latif, let him go for free. Like, there's so many things I could do. I'm getting ranting here because it's just like it's just such a negative performance. There's so many negatives. There's very few positives. Those positives were Felipe Gutierrez. I think that might be how you say it. He was very good in the game. From the limited attacks we had, he was very good on the ball. He looked very solid, and he looks like he's definitely gonna be able to replace Benny Valber. So that's good news. Zusi on set pieces. We had a couple of dangerous set pieces while it's still 0-0 that could have changed that game if we would have scored off one of those. Roger had a glaring header that went just wide that could have won us that game. I mean, won us that game, but we could have put us up. And if he puts us up, then that could have changed the whole game, is what I'm trying to say. Johnny Russell looked like a positive. He looked like an actual player that can play in the league too. I don't know if his natural position is really on that left wing, which is a problem because if he's not natural, maybe it was just he wasn't in cohesion with everybody else, but from what I've seen, he's more of a right winger. I can't say ours apparently. So that's a problem because Jerso and is more right winger too. So I don't know how that's going to work out, but he looked positive. He looked like a quality player at least. Veteran leadership, I could still see Eli Sanchez, Iko Parr, Matt Beasler trying to lead the team. Even when we're down 2-0, trying to get back into the game. So the team spirit of trying to get back into the game and the veteran leadership was still there at least, which is a positive to take from the game. And the experiment is hopefully over versus Chicago Fire. At least it better be. I don't want to see Lobato at left back. For sure, no Lobato at left back, Peter Vermees. And I don't want to see Croizet in the lineup either. I don't want to see either of them in the lineup, especially the starting XL. And that's all I can say. That's basically my little pros and cons of the match review. It's just kind of experimentation game. Again, shout out to Sporting KC News. I'll link it in the bio, his Instagram and Twitter, for kind of giving me that take on the game. That might have been a little bit choppy, but comment down below what you think about the new signings, what you think about the new background, and just what you think about quality of this video. And see you guys later. Peace.